Hi, I'm Vicki Fraser. For my informative speech, I will be discussing the U.S. minimum legal drinking age. My goal is for my audience to understand both sides of the debate and maybe make up their own mind for themselves on what they think the minimum legal drinking age should be. First, a brief history. For a long time, each state had their own legal drinking age. It was from anywhere between 16 in some places all the way up until 21. In the 70s, people began to understand the correlation between vehicle crashes and alcohol consumption by teenagers. And finally, in 1984, the Uniform Drinking Act was written and became law. And that's how we got the minimum legal drinking age that we have today, 21. So, there are a lot of different pros and cons that people have for lowering the minimum drinking age to usually 18 is the most common one people think we should lower it to. A lot of people think that we should follow what Europe does and lower it, and people think that because of this that Europe has a lower frequency of drunk driving. That's actually not the case. The way that it works in Europe is that the drinking age is 16, but the driver's license age is 18, so that's actually higher than what we have here. A lot of times, teenagers start drinking in their homes first before they go out to bars or pubs and drink. So they really kind of get to understand the effect that alcohol has on their body before they get behind the wheel or go out and do it in public. Now, the frontal lobe, which is the part of the brain that's located here, is actually not fully developed until you're 25, and the frontal lobe affects decision-making skills. This is another reason why people think that 21 is actually a much better drinking age than 18, because at 18 it's far from being fully developed. The main reason that people think that the drinking age should be lowered is that 18 is actually the age that you can join the armed forces. And people think that if you're old enough to go and fight for your country and maybe die for your country, that you should be able to have a drink. It's all about maturity levels. If you're old enough to carry a gun and serve your country and kill someone, then doesn't that also mean you're mature enough to have a beer? There's a big debate over this, and it will never be resolved, I think. There will always be some people who will want to keep the age the way it is and some people who will want to lower it. But those are some of the opinions on the minimum legal drinking age as it stands right now.